Hi, everybody. Welcome back to part 3 of session 88. The Menagerie had a proper discussion and encounter with Dragnar's brother, who has been revealed to be a, for lack of a better term, divine beast that is the protector of the material plane and guardian of the subtle plane, the subtlescape, a realm of dreams and messaging. Upon learning some about Dragnar's past and perhaps even elements that Dragnar had never even considered or would have ever been thought to have considered, the menagerie gathered the various trophies, including the pelt that uh, Aragos, aka Kodiak, Dragnar's brother, is able to manifest from, and headed up through the escape that Rock saw Zarya's lackeys use via Pebble. And when they got up there, it was a vacant room with spiraling swirls near numerous symbols. And the group decided to step through one of them altogether after sending Hans in first. And they emerged in a fairly small study space in Green Hill. 40 minutes out, have only elapsed. And then they've decided to take a rest, recuperating themselves, and we pick up with the menagerie in this study space. What would you guys like to do?
I mean, I'd like to go back to the place that we know just because that's where Isos knows where we are and blah blah blah, right? Like, it's our base of operations.
Mhm. So is that you guys are going to step out and go to well to there, I guess. Right, that's the plan.
It's also Victor's hood, and Victor's a chill dude. So.
Okay. So
Yep.
as you guys step out, uh, joining the crowd, not it's not crowded streets, but joining the crowds venturing on the streets. Uh, it takes a moment to kind of gather your bearings and where you are. Uh, but with some familiarity in the streets, Dragnar's ability to kind of recall where he's been and stuff, you are able to travel from the northwestern portion of town, not quite where the Reds are. However, as you are traveling, you do see some signs of the Reds kind of spreading and encroaching as there's red paints and red dusts and dyes just kind of smeared against the walls and streets and all that. But fairly quickly, you are able to at least get back on uh, the western side of town and making it back to where little square where you guys were staying near the fish processing, and you were back home after. Let's call it. Oh, but wait, we have to also consider that Dregnar would have been kaputzed for a little bit. So I guess you guys were leaving after the potions wore off, or were you leaving before? I should have asked.
I
Uh,
I was thinking we would leave immediately after the rest, and about
Five minutes.
while I was walking, all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, well,
Got it. So yeah. So early on in your journey, backtracking, 5-7 minutes into your journey, after Dregnar had kind of figured out the way that you were going, Dregnar, you're just like hit with extreme nausea. You become super clammy. It hurts to move. Everything hurts, and it's very difficult to stand. And in fact, you do just in the streets wherever you are. You have. I will give you like you know you can interact before something happens, but you can let your friends know that something's happening.
I'd be like, guys, I don't feel so good, and then I'll just drop to my knees.
Gotcha. And something you guys kind of, sort of, maybe didn't pick up on, but subtly in like the last 10 minutes, he had already started kind of coming back to his normal size. And then like, as he kind of gets to his knees, some of the fur and the, the fang, like the fur starts to kind of fall out. His fingernails just begin to kind of fall off, and there's fresh new fingernails underneath, and his like the fangs that have grown kind of fall out, and there's kind of like blood trickling down his face, and they're replaced with teeth wrapping, that are there waiting for it. And Dregnar, you just collapse, and I need you to give me a wisdom saving.
15.
Okay. Um, you're able to, after about,
Oh, would that be a disadvantage?
Because of exhaustion. That's ability checks. Is it also? Oh,
no, no, no,
no. For ours, it's -2 and everything.
so it'd be -2. So yes, it would be with exhaustion.
13.
13.
No, 13.
And the DC on the potion was 15, right?
Let me double check.
It's kind of what I've been going in my head, and I might be wrong. DC Wisdom 10. Okay, so easy. Easy. Yeah, okay. So you fall, like, you see, all of you kind of see him kind of shedding this feral form. His beard is still pride and glorious. And after about a minute, you're able to kind of, you lose about a minute. Like, you just remember not feeling well, crumpling over, and then you just try to slowly start getting your wind back. And we'll say that because of that impact, it takes you a bit longer to navigate the group back. So instead of like the 40 minutes, it probably took about an hour and a half for the group to get back. And Dregnar, you are no longer feral. You recovered relatively well from your experience with it. And who knows what else might come of it. What do you guys like to do?
I think that's worse than the Ogre Buster.
Oh,
Oh, you definitely reacted to that one. You're like, oh, are you okay? Are you
Let's
walking?
let's just get back. I just need a little rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Get him in.
I'm
Lay him on a
assuming
couch.
I'm assuming as I'm walking, I'm kind of like swaying back and forth and.
yeah. To put it lightly, you will be. I kind of imagine you like being like put through the ringer, right, for a time. It's rough. Like, you're used to recovering from physical injuries. This is not a physical injury. This is just your body was just transformed, and it's kind of hard to deal with.
It was worth it.
No ill effects for mine though. Other than
You just come off. Yeah, no, there's no ill effects with yours.
sweet.
Your cloud goes away.
That's true. I will say, no, this, I have to do this visual. Right before it fades, all the moisture condenses and
Yeah, I was already kind of sweaty anyway. It's cool.
yeah. But no ill effects for you. No, sir. What would the menagerie like to do as you get back to your safe space?
Next time you take this potion, I'm taking that one.
Ooh.
You do have one more. That's true.
Oh, really?
That is, yeah.
Not
You actually
of the
got
cloud giant, just of the taming.
Yeah, he's got 2 tamings.
Oh wow.
But I did take a sample of each one of them, and I'm working on how to recreate them.
Of course you are. Freaking idiot.
I hope there isn't too much adverse effects of her doing that too many times.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. I don't know, but I put a lot of weird things in my body, so why stop?
But
Hey,
Why would you stop? All right. Yeah.
and you're not even the bard.
Oh, jeez.
Eh.
That's very true. All right. So Menagerie, you're back in your safe space, quote unquote. What do you guys do?
Oh, we need to figure out stuff about the harvest. I don't know if that means taking a look at those markings, doing more research on there, asking around. I mean, obviously, we want to try and avoid a major scuffle the rest of the day if we can, since we got, beat down so early. But there is stuff we can do. Maybe go poking around, maybe reaching out to who we know. Gotta prevent this harvest from happening, I think.
For sure. But who else can we really ask? Would just be new people
Our,
again.
oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Would we just be looking for new people? Friends of their friends?
I have this feeling that if Zarya had sent people through as the same portals that we did, scattered, and she was willing to hold her ground, maybe she was just trying to delay us because they're close to achieving their goals.
Yeah, I mean, and what's her name? The other one had already said, it's like, oh, we've already won, blah, ha, ha. And, some of that was probably bluster and just overconfidence, but I do believe they probably are pretty close.
It is very concerning. And actually, I don't remember, Rock. If you remember, do you remember what you told the group? Like you saw, was there anything specific? What you saw or heard through Pebble, or was it just like
If he's awake.
people were? If he's awake, yeah.
TJ.
He's not awake. Fine.
I definitely remember him saying Zarya is waiting for us. I don't feel confident anymore. I don't remember if he said anything about the guys.
Yeah, I will, just for the sake of if he did mention it, he did mention it. I'm just being a nice DM. He did say go, finish the task.
Oh, to the workers who were. Hey, there's CJ.
Yeah. CJ.
All right. What? What did I do?
No, you're
Who
going.
there? Who there? Who
I'm here.
there?
Roll initiative.
Just
Roll
kidding.
initiative. What are we
Well,
fighting?
the group decided to attack you.
You're
Who the
fighting.
heck is Victor?
You're fighting sleep, CJ. Roll initiative.
We found it out. You're
The subtle
Simon.
realm. You're fighting the subtle realm.
Yeah, in this case, he's literally fighting Flora.
Rolled a 9.
Go back to sleep. You're fine. We don't need you here.
Use your portents. I'll sit for a bit. I'm up.
Yeah,
Sorry,
don't worry.
Now we're just trying to figure out what we're gonna do next. So those goons were supposed to go finish something.
Mhm.
I mean, we could go back into the sewer and kind of see where each of those spots goes. And see if any of those places have anything of interest. But how many of them were there in there?
Nearly a dozen.
I mean, it took us an hour to get back here.
Yeah, that sounds way too time consuming unless somebody can help me figure out how to make it a two-way door.
Or if we can split up, but I don't want to do that. Not in the shape we're in.
Yeah.
Hi, kitty.
I could go with you and help you, Al. We'll have at least each other. Back each
I was
other up.
gonna point out earlier when we went through that portal per se, then that felt familiar, didn't it? From when
Yeah, it did.
I think we at least have a starting point for trying to figure out what it is and what
I'm
kind of magic it
certainly
is.
warming up to teleporting. It's quite fun.
It gets better the more you do it, but it's always a little nauseating. You just learn to control it. Okay, then
So
I guess.
I gotta ask, where are you guys right now? Just in the streets, or did you guys go somewhere specific? I might have missed something.
So what do we do about the hag's plans?
No,
How
no,
do
no,
we
no,
stop them?
Now we're just
no,
in
no,
the
no.
place.
Just back at the fish place?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
got it. Want to make sure I didn't miss something. Well, if you're back at the fish place, then yeah, of course, Parkchester will kind of mosey on over. Oh,
Good boy.
he's very vigorously investigating the large pelt sack with all the other things in it.
I'll undo it. He can go digging through it if he wants.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything in there that he can get. It's gonna be problematic, but hey.
Yeah, he's
Weren't there some bones?
No, not in the trophies. I don't think. There's some
well,
of the
I don't remember
horns.
what. There's horns. There's teeth. There's horns. There might have been some form of bones. I
There's
mean,
like a
there's
face, or there's a head.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Is that
cataplegia.
like a taxidermy head, or is that like
It's
a
like a
skull?
mounted head. It's a mounted head. There's a pair of death dog skulls. There's.
That's what I was thinking
Yeah,
of,
the
the
skulls.
skulls.
That's true.
Huh.
He'll
Those
find them and look at
those
them.
mandibles are gonna go missing.
Yeah, he'll see the death dog skulls. He'll sniff them and.
Ah,
Give me
assholes.
kisses.
Doesn't like
I'll
it.
be like, Barchester, come over here. Let's go sleep.
Mosey's on over.
Don't have to ask
Give
me
me an
twice.
animal handling check real quick.
Aw.
What was that?
Animal handling, real quick.
-2 because of exhaustion.
Yeah, I see.
That would be not 20. 26 minus 2 is 24.
Still
He
really
just
good.
instantly wags his tail real quick and then just kind of moseys on next to you. And he's like, he's ready for a nap.
I give him a little snack and I go to sleep.
I would say my animal handling is pretty clutch right now too.
Yep.
Very nice, very nice. All right. So yeah, go ahead. Think it through. Walk me through. What are you guys doing? I'm here to try to best assist. What can I do?
I mean, so going on the lead of they are gonna go finish something. The only way we know how to where they could go is to basically like go through each of the portals individually. But that takes a long time and/or splitting us up, which would be a real pain in the ass for us to do.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
So,
go ahead. If you guys talk, go. I'll talk when needed.
so I guess maybe tonight, Seth and I can just go discreetly and try to examine the one we do know about for maybe an hour or something, just see what we can do. Um,
I mean, she also may just go back to her spot, right? That's another risk.
you mean
Although if
the,
she was like finishing something, then maybe she's like done with this place now and needs to like go prepare to visit her hag mother coming back or something. I don't know.
so that's another thing. Rock mentioned there's some people carrying things out from her, whatever her room is. I assume those are trophies up to this point. Do we have any idea what they might have been carrying? Are they wrapped?
Yeah, did Pebble get to see what they were taking out? DM or
CJ?
CJ?
I was gonna say, do you recall, CJ, or no?
Sorry, do I recall what now?
What her lackeys were carrying or taking when you were looking through Pebble's eyes?
No, we never got a good look at what they were carrying. That's why I wanted to follow them right away.
Uh-huh.
All I know is she told them to take it and go, and she would handle us, and she waited for us.
Hmm.
So is that all we have, DM?
That is all you have. That is correct.
So maybe more than I was worried that it would be like her favorite trophies and we'd have to encounter her again at some point, but now it might be something worse than that, to be honest. Damn.
So what about all the shit that we've seen around town, like the symbols and stuff? Those were supposed to be like
Um,
symbols of the harvest.
Out of character. I cannot remember if Jessica's recommended that they destroy those or not. recommended to just the people?
Symbols of the harvest, not to the masses. You told like a small group of people.
That's what
I
it was. Okay.
that told them to paint over it and stuff, but you never told like the masses because there's just I don't know that never came up.
Okay.
At least I don't recall it coming up because I would have
That
had a
sounds
new.
right. Because I feel like I told somebody, but I don't remember who.
You told Esos to keep an eye out for him as well. I don't know who do that, but like he said, very well will do. But
Mhm.
there is more.
Is there any way we can get a hold of Isos? Maybe he can help us split up, and like we can just say, hey, we need these spots investigated. Send a crew of a dozen folks down to this. Go to the building that has no doors, whatever. Get in the sewers down there. Get in the underground tunnels down there. Go there. Go up that trapdoor. Blah blah blah. See those glyphs? That's fine. Just touch them. You're good. You know.
Yeah, it's a chance. Yeah, I know. Last time I went to see Isos, Dragonar had a little trick. I'm gonna try it out real quick. Um, I'm gonna start going upstairs and try and get to the roof.
Okay.
Hopefully, there's like ladders and stuff, and I don't need to parkour
You're,
up there.
you're parkouring enough. Don't worry, it's fine. You're able to get to the roof.
Made it. Oh shit. Anybody on the rooftops? It looks stealthy, Isos friendly like.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah. Ooh. It was 24 total.
Noise.
Clean rooftops. Just the sun is in the sky with the clouds, and no one's up there.
They sent an
I've spent-
invisible sentinel.
Of course
Yes.
they are. Of course they would.
They're crafty.
Just
Like
I spend like another minute and a half, just kind of looking in circles slowly. Like, is that a bird? No, it's a chimney. Is that no? And eventually come back down. Just shrug at Davis, like, I don't know if he did something else, but I didn't see anybody.
Then
Yeah,
I don't know.
Isos would be good help right now.
Well, people discuss their plans and whatever planning. Rock wants to get out, spend an
sure.
hour to do so.
Yeah, that's fine. I'd be okay with that.
You guys are going through the motions of getting Pebble back and everything. Yeah.
Be specific. Bird pebble.
Ah,
Mouse pebble wasn't as useful.
Mouse Pebble was pretty good.
Mhm.
Mouse pebble almost got stepped on and lost. And it's a difficult creature to have as a pet.
What Pebble are you trying to get?
Bird.
Again, bird pebble back.
Okay. Perfect.
Pebble pebble.
Pebble. Original. OG Mach 1 Pebble. I'm good with this. Pebble. Pebble operates and is happy after the hour to be back. So I'm not gonna. So anyone doing anything in the next hour, or is discussing, planning, trying to reach out to Esos as Rock is spending the time.
Yeah, I don't know what other allies we have here to help us accomplish this task or help us get more info.
Yeah.
We don't want to go like pick a fight anywhere.
And I'm just gonna be helping Al with the teleportation thingy.
Very
Um,
well.
would I be able to? Because there's just the one glyph on each side, right?
Yeah, at least that you understood. There's you really only. I don't even know how familiar, but yeah, you definitely saw two of the glyphs. The one that you traveled through, and the one that you couldn't travel back from or back through.
Okay. I'd try and draw out my memory of it and be like, is this close? Let's see what we can do with this. We can't make any progress. We might have to go back there and get a more exact copy. It didn't seem too special, but it has the magical properties on it as well that would definitely come in handy. Until night falls, let's try working with this.
Carlos would point out, well, we could also try to figure out what we can do with the trophies, maybe, and we have that pelt and the lash that she was using. We know what they do, and perhaps that anchor that was discussed. There's a lot. What is the plan? Are you still here? Hello? Testing? 1, 2, 3?
Why? I can hear you.
Yeah, it'd be good to do stuff with it, crafting, selling sooner and later, but I don't know how much time we have until, all hell breaks loose.
It's true. The crafting is not what I meant. I was just at least. Sorry. I think it would be if Rock is spending time to get his pebble back. It would be wise for us to know what we acquired. Zarya, at least the most immediate being whoever's got the lash that Dregnar has and the pelt that Davis is carrying. Perhaps we can at least use them to our advantage.
Yeah, how though?
I mean, they have magical properties, if anything. I mean,
So you mean
we are
these guys
quite
need to
needed.
figure those out, or what?
I believe we spend enough time with it and we can ascertain, yes.
That's fair.
I mean, so that we can at least there's one way we can contribute to the cause.
So you're referring to essentially like the attunement process without actually attuning?
Exactly.
Okay.
Just trying to identify it the best we can. I mean, I'm fairly comfortable. I can probably take. You tell me. I can perhaps investigate the lash or the whip, the lash or the pelt. You just let me know.
No, I can spend some time with the pelt, take a look at it. Maybe if these guys aren't working on glyphs, they can help as well. But
Very well. At least we have some sort of contribution, and maybe with some luck,
Yeah.
allies from seek us as well while we're in this process. All right. So Davis will spend the hour with the pelt. Karos will spend the hour with the
lash.
lash. Rock is disposed, conjuring and summoning Pebbleback. So that leaves Dregnar, Al, and Sej. What would you guys be possibly doing for the next hour, or just resting is enough of an answer as well? If there's anything specific.
If I catch a free moment and I find that they're looking at the whip, I'll help them inspect the whip.
Okay.
Other than that, nothing too stressful. Kind of resting my wounds.
Gotcha. All right. And of course, your concentration has broken on your holy weapon, and your dagger is back to that.
Yeah, it's
state.
holstered tight and
Yep, yep.
yeah, back to normal.
Al, anything specific, or Dregnar, anything specific, or are we just skipping forward?
I try and get whatever foundational work I can get done on the sigils without actually being at the site.
Okay. Sure. You're trying to understand the sigils and try to. Okay.
How it correlates with what I can cast.
Yeah.
Well,
Go
maybe
ahead.
if it correlates with some of the stuff that we've seen around town as well.
That's fair. So.
Where he said the
Right.
second symbol after we jumped through, that one was recognizable because it was the first symbol, but different.
So.
Did I recognize the first symbol?
Interestingly enough, the symbols as written do not match any of the hag-like symbology that you've seen. None of that, like similar script. It's something different. And what languages do you know?
I know Common, Halfling, Infernal, and Mace Cant.
Not of a language that you necessarily know, but you've seen the scrawlings before. Somewheres in passing, sometimes perhaps with some of like the studies that Rock has done and stuff, but definitely not of a language you know. Like it's kind of like when you say like kanji, you know that's kanji, but you don't know what it means. It's like,
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
That's not to say that you can't, you know, delve. So what are you? What's your main focus on this? So you're trying. Give me one or two main goals you wish to accomplish, and I can try my best to help you roll correctly or something like that.
Okay. End goal is definitely to see if because I couldn't figure out initially if it's a two-way or just a destination marker.
Okay.
End goal is I'm gonna assume it's a two-way, and then I can activate it to go back to the first one.
Okay.
So I think maybe correlate the two symbols and try to
Sure.
focus on the first symbol since that one did work.
Yes. Got it. So you're trying to figure out the mechanism of it, essentially.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Go ahead and unless if you can justify a different way or some means to help you do this, you just give me an Arcana check.
14. Okay.
Um,
Um,
okay. Wait.
do I want to? I have two luckies left. I'll use one. Do I have to take
I mean,
the
it's up for play. There, you get to pick. So yeah. By all means.
or I get to choose whether I use which dice I use. Okay, so I
Yep.
get to choose the higher.
Lucky is like
Yeah.
way better than advantage
There we
even.
go. Cool.
Yeah.
22 total.
Yeah, and keep in mind, I will always remind you this, you can give any disadvantage to yourself a super advantage. If you still roll twice at disadvantage, then you roll the lucky die, and then you pick what die you use.
Yes. Yeah.
Advantage is your best friend with lucky.
OP.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. So 22 total. Okay. The magic and the way that it was constructed, it is thought out and implemented like with a sense of knowledge and education. That's something you're able to pull through it. The symbols are crafted and created. They're not necessarily something that was just like understood. They have essentially within them a, like you said, a destination marker. And at least from the two symbols that you've seen, one is to the location that you ended up, and the other one, best you can get, is a return to the center place, so like the bus station as it was, you know, the central hub. So that room that you were in, that you guys climbed up into, under where you know where Zarya's Lockies went, that seems to be a station of sorts for teleportation in the immediate Green Hill area. You also know with the 22 and based on the writing that the unless if there's another hag, the third hag that you run into, the hags did not make this.
Oh.
Like with many things, they probably found it and use it to their advantage.
Okay.
That or they're borrowing some knowledge. That's the other thing. It's hard for you to tell. They at least did not create the system. You know, they did not create the symbols used. That's what that's what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
Sorry, not to be like, I realize where my statement might be confusing, where it's like they did not create the actual thing that you can't ascertain. They didn't create the symbol language.
Gotcha. Gotcha. But they may
Yeah,
have stolen, learned something, and
exactly. Like how they did with the necromancer, or how they did with the that stuff.
okay. I'd let the group know about that. It's not
Sure.
it's not innate to the hags at least, but yeah, they've stolen just about everything else we've seen them using, so this could be in that same list of everything.
So we kind of big like pipe in is like, uh, it's a very astute observation, and it goes back to the wish. Okay.
Mhm. Okay, and then yeah, just a
Nice.
little bit of clarification because I did hear destination marker, and then I did hear return to quote unquote bus station central hub. So
Yeah.
so it's not necessarily two ways and like this is linked to this, but they'll take you to a spot, and the sigil just happens to be in that same spot that it's.
So the way that I can put it, the way that I think you would understand it is the subway hub, the dark room that you were in. Excuse me, the first room you were in. That has doorways connected throughout Green Hill at random locations that are open, and the person can step through and appear there. The way to go back through the portal is on the other side is turned off, and most likely will, no matter where you go, it'll always lead you back to the hub.
Okay. Okay.
So chances are, if you, because you rolled so high, so if you went through another one of those doors and you got spit out, and let's say you got spit out in someone's bathroom, it doesn't matter, right? And then you found that symbol in that bathroom, that outhouse, that symbol would be off, but it would be the same one that you saw at the study room.
Okay. So there is hope yet. Okay.
All right, let me. Well, anyone else got anything to input while I'm, or are we going to go to the identification boys and the summon of Pebble? 5.
Onwards with Pebble.
All right. CJ, your little coals and embers have, you've kind of compressed them into that egg-shaped form, and then it eventually cools and Pebble emerges from your little egg. Floats up in the air. Assuming CJ fell asleep. It's fine. Pebble's back. Woo! Bird Pebble. All right. Yay! Dragnar is sleeping with Barkchester. Mantle. I realized I didn't pull up the magic items while we were talking. Now I got them open. Okay, cool. All right. We'll start with Davis because Davis was, at least I get to interact with Davis because he's doing the whole mantle of the Pack Lord. So Davis, this is an enchanted pelt that's classed as made of some sort of lupine-like skull. And you get the sense that it kind of instills like a kind of a bestial sense of just like awareness of your space. In that, I will send you the link, but essentially, while wearing the pelt, it does not require attunement, actually. I'll just put it in the materia channel. Creatures that have the pack tactic feature or the overbearing strength feature, those that rely on allies being adjacent to the target, or like those kind of features, it's not working in sneak attack because that's a different kind of mechanism. They do not benefit from it. And also it protects you from flanking special rules if you play with it. That is why you were not able to flank Zarya.
Interesting.
So I put the link there. So defensive kind of non-attunement item. And then the Lash, which Dragnar is all very familiar with, Karos will share, and I'll put the link here, and I will give the description again. All right, so with the Lash is a very tightly braided bronze-colored leather with a leather-wrapped handle. It is extremely long, though in its current state, you realize it's kind of recoiled and more tight, and it very easily is cracked and whipped. It does require attunement, and upon attuning with it, it magically, you're able to extend its reach from just a 5-foot reach to a total of a 15-foot reach. And when it hits someone, it can latch around them, or an object latch around them, and then there is a escape. However, when it is lashed, it cannot be used to like hit people with. It is like, it's using its purpose is being used. So extremely long reach, grappling kind of weapon. Pretty potent. And it is, of course, as it is a whip, it is a finesse weapon, so it can be used with strength or dexterity.
The whip is nice.
Very
Not for me
fancy.
though.
Carlos will look at it and be like, well, perhaps it is Al, maybe. You seem to want to get into fray, but perhaps this will allow you to get in the fray but not expose yourself?
I think, yeah, keeping them at a distance. I'll definitely give it a try. Sounds like it could be fun.
Hey, an idea. You're light enough yourself that it seems pretty sturdy, where you could, at the worst, use it as a grappling hook.
Hey. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Okay. Al, you can go ahead and add, unless if someone has any objections, of course. You can go ahead and add the inescapable lash to your inventory.
Nice.
Yep, you'll.
See how much it weighs if I'm gonna fall over.
I mean, you might have to drop the rapier or put it somewhere. No.
Dropping his hammer first.
There you go. Carlos will say, well, Davis, the pelt, what are you thinking? You there, Danny? Did we lose a Danny? Did the stream go down? Let's see.
Think he's still running? Peculiar.
Okay, we'll come back to that then. I guess, since we might be losing people, just because, I don't know, internet issues, people being tired and stuff, is there anything else you guys wish to accomplish this session right now?
Nothing that I could put too much more mind on. No, I mostly want to keep nursing my wounds back.
Understood. I guess, James, anything that comes to mind?
No, just trying to get rid of this level of exhaustion.
Oh, you're in for it for the long rest kind of hopefully thing.
Hopefully, it all depends on what happens. But yeah, I'm
A
just kind of like,
long rest will also let me get another crack at clearing that disease.
But you're doing fairly well. So
Yeah.
I think, let me ping Danny, make sure everything's okay.
he thinks we all level up.
Way to fucking steal my goddamn fucking thunder. Everyone levels up but Dregnar.
Damn it!
Hell yeah.
But let me make sure Danny's okay.
I was just joking. I thought we had to clear out the Green Hill first.
No, you guys have actually done enough to where you get to check off and at least get some sort of recovery going into it. So, no, I figured it's about time to reward you guys with a milestone. Let me.
Oh shit! I need to ask for some more shit.
No, stop asking for shit. You guys get enough. Be happy. Be happy, damn it. Please just be happy with what you get.
I am happy.
Yay. Okay, just check. Everything okay, Danny? But yeah, since no one's, it seems like it's a little earlier than normal, but it feels like it's a good natural stopping point since CJ is all ravaged from work and tired, and we may have lost Danny to something. And there was a lot of information given this session. There's some new magic items to get familiar with. But yeah, the intent is you guys did a good enough job, figured things out to some degree. I mean, you had
The
a massive.
Bearman is affiliated with Wild Gods. I love that guy.
Mm-hmm.
No, and shadows. He is the
Threw it as 60 real
manifestation of
quick.
the shadow beast. So
Hell yeah.
Woohoo!
What is that for?
his HP, I'm assuming.
HP
Did you roll barbarian or did you roll no monk? Okay.
monk.
I already know what class you're going to by your HP. I'm like, oh god. You roll a max again, Jesus. It's whatever. I get you're getting level 10 territory. I can start throwing more nonsensical like other stuff rather than physical. So yeah, whoever's here, because I'm assuming the stream is still going because it
Yep.
seems to be going on my end. Are you back?
Yeah, back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was. Wow, Al got max HP too. This is like the time to roll your HPs.
Eat it.
Wait.
So, yeah, so essentially, like Dragnar was kind of pushing for the long rest, and since no one seemed to be really like pushing for anything else, I went ahead and just dropped the bomb that hey, congratulations, everyone's leveling up.
Oh, cool.
You guys did definitely did enough. While not in any sequence that I had ever perceived in the history of writing this story, like again, I'm not just being a dick and saying it. Like legit, this fucking tower and this teleportation system has been here the entire time.
We got one of these goes to the Necro Tower. I'll move my head.
No, you know by the magic, it's only like a mile or so. It's not like super long distance.
Was one sigil like 20 times the size of the other ones?
You did not choose to investigate the room. I will not disclose that until you return.
Damn. Okay.
And be subject to the ambush that's waiting for you to kill you all.
Fair.
No. So, Danny, I was going to say, did you have anything else you wish to accomplish in this time frame, or are you comfortable with where we're leaving off?
I think we're good.
Okay. So, just to kind of recap, yes, it is going to be end of the session. No, y'all have not taken a long rest, but you guys are aiming for it. And that's where it's like an ample time to go ahead. You guys can, of course, if you wish to, for your sheets, level yourselves up, roll your HPs. I think everyone did already. Sej, if you'd be so kind, go ahead and roll. If you're going cleric, go ahead and roll a D8 in here, so we know how much HP you gain. Damn. Okay. Nice. Everyone rolled except for Danny, but still.
I had rolled pretty hot the last 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. So All right. So whenever you guys do level up, don't remember just add the raw dice roll of result into your
To roll
rolled
HP.
Yeah, and it'll calculate it with the con. Spellcasters, congratulations, level 10. Davis, congratulations, you get a lot of features.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Dragnar is monk.
Shadow step, baby.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, how ample that you found out that you're the shadow beast. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Wait, so
I'm
you're
good.
going level 6 monk?
Yeah,
Yep,
you
level 6 monk.
Now you can like start bamfing around in the shadows.
Yep, I can start teleporting in the shadows.
That's cool.
Not to one up Dragnar, but my max HP is now 69.
No.
Woohoo!
Yeah, Al wins. Al wins level 10, everybody.
You know what? Your HP is just slightly above half of what my
Jesus.
total HP is.
Holy shit.
Mine will be 96, I think, when I level up.
Oh, so
Nice.
the
96,
inverse.
69.
Yeah.
okay.
It's
I
technically
gotta-
96 right now, but that's only because my totem is the con
yeah.
totem.
Next one. So, yeah, I mean, since we're kind of calling it early, if people want to stay on and discuss leveling, like I'm here to help. Obviously, y'all done it plenty of times, but like happy to help and ascertain. I know for Sej, he finally gets divine intervention, though it's only a 10% chance. Still pretty freaking dope.
Yeah.
So
Do it every day for no reason.
That's how we do it.
yeah.
I
So
just want my
Dragon
god to tell me a bedtime story. That's all.
Said, just have me do it. I seem to roll really low on my dice rolls.
I wasn't sure. Karos asked to you, Davis. The whip went to Al, the inescapable lash, and then the pelt. He was like, "So, do we have an idea for who might benefit from this the most?"
Oh, did y'all go over what it is?
Yes.
Oh, I
So I
missed
did.
that.
I didn't because you were gone already. Shit. Okay. So I linked them in there just
Oh,
to
okay.
go over.
I'll look at it then.
Yeah, but essentially, the pelt is it nullifies pack tactics and overbearing strength, like anything that is a feature that requires an ally to be within 5 feet to get that advantage. Um, Keep in mind it's the advantage part, so like sneak attack still happens. It doesn't stop sneak attack. It
Okay.
just stops like the things that would grant them advantage. And then since we play with the flanking special rule, it does nullify flanking, and that was why you were not able to get flanking on Zarya when y'all were attacking her.
Yeah.
Yeah, magic item. And it's not attunement.
Oh, interesting.
And then the lash itself, in its state, it's currently a magic whip. But when someone does attune to it, they can extend the reach out to be 15 feet, as opposed to the normal 5 foot, so 10 feet. It's a little bit longer. And on hit, it has the option to grapple. And when it is grappled, it cannot be used as a weapon until the creature breaks free or you release it.
Cool.
It's being tied quite literally, right? So, and that one went to Al since it's a finesse weapon and it allows him to get in the fray but not in the fray. At least was the idea.
Can he also use it to grapple onto a pillar really far away and then pull himself?
Yep, it's like a grappling.
I'm anticipating like an Indiana Jones
Yeah,
escape series
absolutely.
with Al
Oh hell
featuring
yeah!
the whip.
I hate snakes.
I have this feeling that like I don't know when you guys are at a Green Hill and you guys get to some like random small adventures and Al gets separated from the group and gets trapped in some sort of underground network and he's got to just fully solo for an hour. Indiana Jones his way out. We're just like, what's he doing? What's he doing? Oh, he's sneaking by. Oh,
Conveniently, right at the end, he's gonna have a boulder escape.
oh hell yeah!
Just for cinematic.
Hell yeah.
Except what he's gonna do is just like, I'm small, right? It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna press up against the side of it and just let the boulder slip by. And I'm like, yeah, that works.
The
He
4
glanced.
gorilla
Yeah.
comes back with swords.
Yeah.
And while he's dancing with the swords, I just shoot him in the neck with the crossbow.
You know. Well, I hope you guys had fun. I hope the story is kind of, still as confusingly but kind of cool as I hope it is.
Yeah.
Oh, this is dope.
Yeah.
I
So,
took through 3 pages of notes that time.
oh no, yeah, no.
Really?
That today was a info dump kind of portion. So I
I'm
can,
like, oh, we're learning backstory. Oh shit, dude.
yeah. We're learning backstory that the person didn't even know was part of their backstory. Oh shit, dude.
I was like, oh, Dreamcatcher. I think I like that person.
Dreamcatcher's dope. Dreamcatcher is dope. So
Cool.
yeah. I mean, I'll be online just chilling for now. I mean, Anita's at a coworker studying because they both have exams coming up, so I'm chill to just hang out.